Welcome to the Sweets Vlog, all you amazing, magnificent, phenomenal, and wonderful infinite beings. And yes, you read the title correctly. Conspiracy theories added to the possibilities of my life. So what do I mean by this? Well, I was incredibly fortunate to grow up in a family, only child, so a very small family, myself, my mom, and my dad. And my mom and dad were always incredibly curious and open to anything and everything. They never went into the point of view that something had to be right or wrong or good or bad, or that a certain religion was the only way. They really gave me the foundation to open up and find what resonated with me and in my world. So nothing was ever sort of like far-fetched or too good to be true, or no, that definitely can never happen, or what if there's something greater going on behind the scenes. So that allowed me to have this foundation where I could step into the energy and space of possibility. So when Access Consciousness came into my world in 2012, I was already a curious person, and the questions that they asked to bring up a different kind of energy, I was like, I can see where this is going, or I can perceive where this is going. So, and particularly now, I mean, I haven't spoken about this on my channel at all, but we're all very aware of the changes that are busy occurring in the world and the divide that is being created out of anything. So whenever there's a division in place and a separation in place, it's going to ask you to function from a certain side, from a duality, from light or dark, right or wrong, or good or bad. And what if you could just be in an allowance of almost a person who was open to receiving any type of information, whether it was labeled a conspiracy theory, whether it was labeled the truth, and again, whose truth? So whatever comes into your world, allow yourself to step into the possibility, the energy of possibility, the energy of allowance, so that you're never ever having to choose sides at all. You're going within first to tap in if whether something resonates with you or not, and to ask more questions. There is nothing wrong with asking questions. It's something that we naturally did as children. We were curious by nature. The saying curiosity killed the cat. I wonder sometimes if that was created so that it was almost like a subliminal program that if you're curious, it could lead to your death, which is a very interesting topic on its own. However, what if the curious nature that we were designed to come in into this planet and into this lifetime and into this body, what if that was one of our superpowers, one of our gifts, so that we never ever took anything at face value, that we looked a little deeper, that we questioned a little bit? And when you look deeper within, you're also kind of zooming out to get a greater idea of what's actually occurring in the world. And then again, checking in with you. Does this make, I don't even want to say, does this make logical sense? Be like, what is this telling me? What is this contributing? What is my awareness providing on this certain matter? And why is certain things being pushed? Because remember, when something is being pushed, why is it being pushed? With anything, even within certain friendships and relationships, if something is being pushed, there's a hidden agenda, because you're not even an allowance of letting that person choose something for themselves, or letting that person come to a decision by themselves. There's a push going on. So I just want to pop in this week and just say that be open to any possibility. The fact that Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram were down for a couple of hours yesterday, that in itself, did it give you the awareness of what could your life look like without social media? I mean, I'm so grateful for social media in these 10 seconds. It's helping me to just reach so many people, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter. I'm able to get a message of inspiration out there. I'm able to promote me, my services as a coach and as a spiritual mentor. Yet, if that wasn't available in the world, what else would I be able to choose? What else would I be able to create? Because there is always something else available to us. Nothing just ends. If one thing does come to a slight end, there's always something available behind it, or next to it, or beyond it. So the tools that you can actually ask is, so what's available beyond this? What am I aware of that I'm pretending not to be aware of? That if I acknowledge my awareness, would provide me with far more clarity and far more ease and far more peace and joy than I've ever been willing to receive before. Again, have the awareness of whether you're being pushed into choosing sides of duality, and always aim to find that middle ground of pure allowance. where you're aware of both sides of the duality, because we're still in third dimensional reality. So there's still this duality. Be aware of both options and then choose to navigate what resonates the most with you. It will require you to rise above a situation to actually gain a higher perspective. And that higher perspective is one of your higher self. It is one of your knowing. It is one of tapping into the universe. So zoom out. What if conspiracy theories are not conspiracy theories at all? What if they're just point of views and just different points of views? And what if the aim behind that was actually, they say to wake people up, but what if it's also just to get people awakened in terms of what else could possibly be going on? And I just gone blank on the other thing that I wanted to share with everyone. Yes, what would your life look like without social media? So if social media had to disappear for whatever reason, hours, days, weeks, months, lifetimes, what else do you have available within your own energetic field? And this kind of goes into a lot of the 9 tranny energy, where we were able and are able, when we get out of our own ways, to realize that we're energy, that we're much more than matter. And with energy, you can transmute energy out into the world and you can pull it back in. Very different from the push-pull energy of persuasion and of control. This is like, I wonder if anyone knows about me and my services. So let me trickle out my energy out into the universe and into the world. Just with your imagination, you think that, you perceive that. If you're a visual person, you can imagine it. If you're a logical person, just think, cool, I'm sending out my energy out into the world. It's like a beacon of light that's going out, and that anyone who is looking for something that I offer, or that's something that resonates with me and them, that energy can be pulled back into my world, and I will be able to facilitate them. I will be able to help them. And this doesn't matter what business you are in. You can trickle your energy out into the world and you can trickle it back in. So that's the topics of today's vlog. Is be aware that maybe conspiracy theories are not conspiracy theories at all. What if their aim was just to allow people to gain a higher perspective and a greater perspective, that there is far more going on than actually meets the physical eye, beyond the veils of illusion? And what if you allow yourself to actually tap into allowance of everybody, allowance of everybody's choice, steering away from actually going, you know what, it has to be this way, or it has to be this way. A lot of the times people are sort of aiming towards freedom of choice. So pro freedom of choice is a beautiful exploration as well, because it's giving people the freedom to choose what suits them, allow them to make the choices, and also allow them to make the choices with all the information, because we're allowed to do this when we make any choices. Like, well, how much information can I gather so that when I make the choice, does it truly align with me and does it truly resonate with me? And above all, faith over fear. Fear is just an inversion of faith. So allow yourself to step into far more faith than you've ever been willing yourself to step into before. Rise above every single situation. Raise your own energies, and you can do this with sound vibration. You can do this through meditation. You can do it through yoga. You can do it through just practicing beautiful reprogramming of your subconscious with meditations, or with whatever else you found, affirmations, or anything of that line, or anything along those lines. And above all, allow yourself to think greater than you've ever thought before, and allow yourself to just be greater than you've ever allowed yourself to be before. That's this week's vlog. Wishing you all an amazing week ahead and sending lots of love, magic, and blessings as always. And I will take you next time. Thanks for watching. And if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you'll never miss an episode. And if you like the content, I'd really appreciate hitting that like button and sharing it with anyone who you feel may just require this message. So until next time,